Hey guys, it's HighRadiationGaming here, and we are back with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Back at over here to basically report where Ginger was and all what happened after fucking. Hey, it's this guy. I forgot what his name was. Should I talk? Nah, I'm not gonna talk to him. Let's go fucking straight to this quest so I can fucking save this shit.
God be with you.
Gotta be with you. I know who attacked me.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around at Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Alrighty. Okay, so hopefully it saved. I mean, I hope it did. Okay, let's talk to Son of Isaacs. That's what his name was.
Hey, watch it!
I watch it. I really hope
The
that's
Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I have another lead.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Fern had already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujits, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir.
What? Okay. I'm not gonna question my lord. What is this? Alrighty. So we're gonna have to go ask around. Honestly, guys, this shit is fucking amazing. Oh, okay, horse. Where is it? Put that back into my inventory. We're gonna wear this. Okay. Fine. New off bandit and Ujits. Ujits. Oh. Whoa.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Hey. It's Henry. Okay, where is Ujits? We haven't been there. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get right on to it. Alrighty, guys. Oh, man, this is an awesome adventure. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game. I can't even begin to tell you how beautiful this game is. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna just kind of warp over there, cause fuck this boring ride and shit. I'm gonna warp unless there's some action. Then I'll bring you right back. But do not fret, my friends, that I will catch you again. Well, I'll see you over there. Alrighty, guys, we are now in. I forgot what it was called. Ujits. And we're gonna go ask around for. Well, the guy with the limp. That guy with the hat seems a pretty good cat. I don't know. These guys, the greens, seem like they know what they're talking about. Talk to this guy right
Watch
there.
where you're going.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Rathay.
Fine room. Okay. Awesome. That was quick. Visit Lubosh. In dialogue. Okay. I'll leave my horse here. 'Cause we can just walk around, see the world. Actually, yeah, not too far of a walk. Oh man, hopefully this dude's just a single guy, and we can just murk his ass. Hopefully he's home. God damn. Hey lady, what's your name, villager? Your name the villager? Let's talk to you, girl.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That'll be Le Boche.
Le
Gallows
Boche.
bait if ever I saw one. His place is at the end of the village next to the stream. Take him and welcome.
Alrighty, no one here seems to like him. Okay, it's a good sign that he is the right guy that we're looking for. Whoa, you fixing to get some water? That bitch just got some water. That's pretty bad. I think it's really cool that everyone does their own little thing in the village and goes their own. It really makes the place seem more alive. I really like that. Whoa, what we got going on here? He's probably bailed out. It can't be this easy. It's not gonna be this easy. Some gossip. Looks like a mob.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here. That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Oh damn.
Sakra.
Nothing's ever easy.
Crucified his
I'll have
ass.
to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
So where do we go from here? Lubosh. Who's Lubosh?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Why did he limp? That's not really gonna help me. Do you know about anything suspicious? Did he have any... where was he the night? No, raid.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk.
Yeah, I would.
So you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Okay, not really getting me.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Okay.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Well, that's as much questions as I'm gonna get out of it. So exactly, where am I going to find more about? Okay. Talk to this dude.
God be with you.
Joyhoff, I think his name was. Can you tell me anything about?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Who was the Warlosh?
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Anything suspicious, eh?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Nice.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Oh, so he was out. Who was?
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks, my guy. Joseph. Thank you, my man. Thank you, sir. Alrighty. That guy was a big help. Okay. Let's go talk to the priest and be like, yo, I'm gonna get you like a pig if you don't tell me what. Nah, I shouldn't say that. But, we'll talk to that mofo. And, hopefully get. Jesus Christ, I'm out of shape. Go and get some information from him. I think that's where we're going next. Yep. If he confessed something that says, hey, yo, I murked these people, then, hopefully we can get something out of him. So we do got a lead, which is good. A good thing. Oh, man. I really love the pace in which this is going. I mean, granted, there was a lot of bugs. I mean, the reason why I'm so, like, I see a lot of other YouTubers, and I got this when everyone else got this, and everyone's, like, pretty much completed the fucking main story, pretty much. It's just, I don't know about everybody else, but I've been having a lot of game-breaking bugs to where, like, I can't complete a certain quest because a certain someone won't fucking talk to me. Not naming names, Ginger, but, I mean, even in the beginning, I couldn't talk to the fucking dude that was trying to get some charcoal. The dude with the charcoal, pretty much. I could not get a hold of him. I'm gonna go through that door right there. Could not get a hold of him. Okay. You. Excuse me, sir.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy.
Oh, dang.
I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
What was he doing the day that...
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubos don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
See, okay, fuck you, man.
Do you know what Lubos was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
I'll get that confession out of you by force. Nah, I feel like Henry is a godly man. So you could be condemning innocent people to death. You can't hurt him now.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Ooh, got a point. Got a point. Lubos was my only lead.
Father, Lubos was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
In the evening. Isn't it pretty much the evening?
Hey!
I mean, it is the evening. So I guess I should just go to the tavern. I hope I can just get his ass drunk as shit, and then he just tell me, because he's a human.
I'd like a beer.
I'd like to be a...
Pull me an ale.
There he goes. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Get his ass drunk. Oh shit. Get his ass drunk as a fucking skunk and get him talking. I know once that shit hits his mouth, he's gonna be talking. Okay. Sit down. We got shit to talk about. Talk to this guy.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh man.
Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
My pleasure.
It was.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why.
I'd like a beer.
They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of a church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but then...
I don't know if talking about my problems
poor
make
child.
me a bitch. Oh, hey.
May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, Well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. This time they weren't exaggerating.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. Judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Making excuses, then I've reached a dead end. I don't want to be rude to the guy, because he is just following, the religion, because he does have to make an excuse. If you do it once, you're going to do it again, which is really true, so there shouldn't be any exceptions.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur.
But see,
while Jesus Christ walked barefoot,
doesn't
and
this
had
really
no
make
place to
them
lay
have
his
no
head.
faith in the
Look to
religion
your
if it's going to be
consciences,
contaminated
you
like this?
robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I know better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Dang. The preacher's getting freaking heated. Preach against the, what do you think of
Ale for me.
what the folks saying about it? Yeah, fuck it. He said he's gonna teach me something or help me out. I might as well just play along with him.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Okay, so he's kind of like a crooked priest, which is very hip. I mean, this says a lot about
I'd like a beer.
religion. Oh man, I don't even want to get in this, man, because religion, arguing about religion is no.
Thanks for the sermon, but
We're
I
gonna-
think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
For boozing. I'd say that's a good plan. Hell, fuck it, dude. It solves so much shit. I worked hard. I deserve this shit.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Drinking with the priest. Now that's something. Honestly, I love how he's just like, how he's so stern on. Whoa, dude's clean. So weird.
To neustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł desej smutek, do mnie loi rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstrat, do wczorajszym staje brak. Už se bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejt jejich kůži, nám je to jedno a ta si nám jedno a požadem si
Hope he gives us an option to let him talk, because he's getting it right now. So, like,
tak vypasuj a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal jeden.
arm wrestling with the damn priest. The fucking priest was having to get his
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Uh-oh, I probably shouldn't have done that.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
I don't want to fight them, dude. Because I'm supposed to be a noble guy. I'm representing one of my lords, and... Shit. God damn it.
Come on then, bailiff.
I guess I had no choice but to roll. Bitch. Ass.
Come here, lily liver.
Take that! Shit.
Ah, shit.
Thou shalt not hurt thy neighbor, fucker.
love to.
I don't understand, dude. He's doing
And
all this
Henry
sinful
too, I'm
shit, and he
sure.
doesn't want to fucking
Right,
tell me
Henry.
this dude. He's like,
Stop
oh,
that
man,
nonsense,
we need to
Godwin. Are you
preserve
out of
the
your
fucking
mind?
church.
What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. What's going on?
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Oh, man.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Oh, dang, guys. You fucking got shit faced. Why am I naked? Get all this shit back on. I'll drop this shit. Yep.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
And he's like, oh shit. Oh man.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, stay on in my head. Oh, my guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I had to say mass.
I gotta say Mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Honestly, what probably would have happened was if I said no, is like I would just meet him here, and that's what he would have told me, and been like, "Oh man, you gotta this." All right, let's get it.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay. I should probably get dressed. Alrighty guys, we're going to cut the video here. I hope you liked it so far. This was an interesting one indeed. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Most importantly, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Yeah, catch you guys in the next video.